And we are back, guys. Now, I know it has been a very long time, but many of you do understand the reasons why it has taken me so long to come back to YouTube. But finally, we are back. And I decided, you know, what better way to get me back in the mood to make videos than to carry on our glorious Roman Empire campaign. But I thought it's been so long, let's go over a few things and where we are. We are pretty much at the end of the game now, as you can see, guys. Only a couple of people to take down. Now, first things first, I am going to fabricate a claim. Oh, I have already done that pre-recording. We just fought against Parthian again, which is pretty good. But we can fight against Big India once more if we want to, coming through this way if we really want to. So that is what we're going to do. But basically, we're just going to get ready for that war there and go for that. And I think what we might do with this war, guys, is do an imperial conquest, which means that every piece of land that we take automatically flips to us. Now, we will get a lot of aggressive expansion for that, but we will be sacking a few holy sites. But by doing that, we're going to be able to speed up our conquest. Now, how many troops they have is going to be an issue, but obviously if we just bottleneck around here, it is quite a big bottleneck all the way through here, I think we're going to be okay. I think we're going to be okay. We'll be able to fight them off, and it's not a huge front like Parthian is, where people can slip through at any point, so that'll be good. In terms of our pops, guys, we are currently on 95,000 population. Now, I probably should have played with the, I think it's the Fallen Eagle mod, that, you know, brings diseases, all that sort of thing, so that we don't have so many pops, because, yeah, having this many pops basically makes your CPU want to explode, so, yeah, maybe I should have done that. I didn't realize we were going to go so long into this campaign, to be honest. I didn't think we'd do a world conquest, but here we are. In terms of religion, though, pretty much 86,000 of that 95,000 pops are Hellenic, which is very nice. If we have a look at the religion map mode, all that land that we have newly taken isn't, but pretty much everywhere else is. If we have a look at culture as well, you can see that pretty much everywhere is our culture that we have conquered, apart from maybe up there in the sticks, out in the countryside. And just for a bit of banter as well, guys, these Macedonians, they of course are LARPers. They go on about this big empire that they once had, but they haven't seen an empire like this before, have they? So I think what we're going to do is we're going to make them all slaves. In terms of everything else, we are pretty much just absolutely smashing it. Now, our stability is going to come down very quickly, so we do need to get to war. We're basically in an economy of conquest right now. We have to conquer as fast as possible. Oh my god, the Uazis are existing. That gives me flashbacks to the Bactria campaign, guys. That is horrible, horrible PTSD right there. I don't like that. Let's not look at that. Oh, and by the way, guys, if anything does look a little bit weird or off, it's because I'm playing on a manually installed version of, like, old version of the mod with the newly updated version of the game. So I'm hoping it doesn't crash. I've done some practice runs on other nations, but let's see, let's see. And this, of course, is one of the problems of having emperors, guys. We now have Septimus IV Cornelius Persicus as our emperor. He is a 6-year-old, so that's fantastic. Let's go. That did drop our stability quite a bit, though, which is an issue right now, I'm not going to lie. And what better to spend our money on than some great theatres and grand temples? Let's invoke Mars, ready for this war, my friends. And finally, we have a Casus Belli against these boys. Now, I did get that when I could just have done the Imperial Challenge, but anyway, our armies are just in position now anyway, so it really doesn't matter. I don't know who these guys are. Ah, it's the Maldives. It's the Maldives. Very good. But basically, as you can see, guys, we don't have many armies on the front. I do have some armies here, basically in case they get access through Parthia, but I very much doubt they will, because surely they hate each other. Surely they hate each other. But, you know, if we marched all of our armies down into the desert, they would all starve to death. I mean, they are already starving. So, yeah, we need to just get going, and then we can start bringing more armies through as we get going. There we go. Imperial Challenge, my friends. Let's go. Let's see how this goes. So I'm going to force march this good legion over here. It has a couple of crap units in it, to be honest, but that's fine. And we should probably make sure that it's all good as well. But basically, just try and hold this crossing there. How is this guy? He is loyal now as well, so we'll stick him there too. And basically just try and take all of this peninsula before moving on. And some of these units are already starving over here. And there is food actually in this province, so we'll stick some food in with them. And we are going to start moving a few more legions down, ready to move in. Maybe not this one. This is a pretty big one. We want sort of these smaller legions to be marching around in the desert, I've got to say. Okay, well, we won this siege very, very quickly indeed. So, honestly, I think we'll just keep this legion here to block anyone coming across. Oh my god, that is a large navy, but I think those are all small ships. Oh, we did lose. We lost the battle, my friends. 499 ships. I mean, to be honest, I haven't built ships in maybe, what, I don't know, like 100 years of game time, so maybe our navy's a bit outdated. One thing I absolutely love about Imperator Rome compared to EU4, guys, is this. Like, I absolutely love it. The only thing is, like, these guys are both on carpet siege, but they both decide to move together and siege the exact same thing. Like, I wish it would try and do different ones. Like, you don't need both. See, like, why are you coming here? Go there, my friend. Go there. Ooh, a battle, guys. Nice. They've actually got quite a big amount of troops here, and they're actually smashing us. How are they smashing us? 39 archers. What? Versus our heavy infantry and heavy cavalry. And we're losing. Oh, maybe because we've got no general. Yeah. That might be a factor, my friends. But there we go. We got some reinforcements, and we absolutely smashed them. Very nice. Well, guys, we've got 120k troops stacked up, ready to try and force our way across the strait. So let's do that. We are, in the meantime, still very much colonizing all of these uncolonized lands up here. So as you can see, we've added a few from the start, and plenty down here too. We've completed this coastline now, apart from Garakad over there. And yeah, so we're basically just filling out all of these grey spaces around the map. Okay, we've forced a breach, my friends, and there is troops waiting for us, but I think we can take them. So let's keep on marching. Okay, 41 versus 31k, but they do have plenty of troops ready to jump in if they need to. But yeah, we are smashing them. And as you can see, they haven't come through Parthia because Parthia's been a good boy in the negotiations and not let them come through. So we are going to continue pumping troops into this situation if we can. So let's go. And there goes Garakad down here in the south, probably the furthest south on the sort of African and European continents we can go. Of course, we have the Maldives down here too, but yeah, that is the furthest south we can pretty much go on these continents to colonize. Very nice indeed. So basically, we are just presenting a wall of legions to the boys over here, and we are bringing so many more troops through, as you can see, guys. Got even more on the way as well, because I think if we do make it all the way to India, to the fabled land that Alexander once sought to take, then, yeah, we are going to have quite a few troops, I'm not going to lie. And unfortunately, there are no temples we can be sacking over here. We have to go all the way to Dabal because, yeah, our stability is not good right now. We need some more temples. Luckily, in India, there's a few, especially in the north, but the south is rather devoid. So, yeah, we're going to have to get sacking a few temples very soon. Okay, here we go, boys. This is it. Like, there is a lot of battles going to happen at once here. Well, two. There's not a huge amount, but yeah, it should be some big battles. We won the middle one. Are we going to beat these guys over here with this blind guy? I think we are. There we go. Very nice indeed. It looks like we're going to be okay in terms of the battles. It's just about pumping more and more troops into there. We got 70k versus 48k coming. So, yeah, hopefully we win that one too. Well, this is one hell of a bottleneck, my friends, and the battles are pretty tight indeed. Oh my god, we got an 83 stack coming in here. We're fighting a 54 versus... Wait, let's make sure that we're on force march with these boys if we can do, to make sure they get there in time. Because, yes, this is where all the battles are happening now. I'm pretty confident in the quality of our troops, but it's just the numbers. Like, India can produce a lot of numbers. And remember, we are fighting exclusively with legions right now, too. It looks like we are going to actually lose this battle here. So what we're going to do is combine our troops together there. We're going to get you guys on force march. You should be able to get there in time. An extra 65k troops for this battle. Let's see how we do. We just need to hold out for a little while. And then, yeah, hopefully we can block off... Oh, this 84 stack's coming in there. This is a huge battle, by the way, boys. This is a ginormous, ginormous battle. Hopefully everyone here can go on to force march. Let's do that. In terms of our quality, you can see, guys, 72 versus 180k. And we're still doing okay. So we definitely have the quality over them. It's just, yeah, I think I need to be a bit more clever with how we set up the troops in our sort of... engagements here, really. And as it goes, you can see they have quite a mix of troops, many archers and many elephants. What works against bottleneck? We're using shock action predominantly, so maybe I'll switch around a few of these, but we'll see. That was a victory, guys. We lost 80,000, they lost 102,000, so we definitely do have the edge overall. One issue we do definitely have, though, now is that there is no food, so we need to go in search of food in some other provinces. Oh dear, oh dear. Both of these provinces have no food, so I think we're going to have to get some from the north up here. So yeah, this is getting pretty desperate, I'm not going to lie, guys. Like, we just don't have enough food to sustain over here, and obviously these lands are not the best for food production compared to, say, you know, northern Italy or Gaul or something like that, so yeah, we might end up cutting our losses. I mean, we're only a year and a half away from fighting Parthian one more time, so yeah, let's see what we can do. But as you can see, we are just incredibly struggling for food with most of our legions over here. There is food up there if we can get to it, but there's another 100k troops have just come through this way, so yeah, it's getting rather dicey, I've got to say. So I've gathered all the legions that do actually have food, and we're going to try and stop some of these armies from getting across. They are starting to sort of push through because we had to go north to try and gather food. But yeah, these guys, hopefully we can get them down south in time. Let's see. Okay, so these guys are all now getting food from this region, but as you can see, it's only a 300 food province region. We are in winter as well, which doesn't help. So yeah, dear. Things are not looking good. We may definitely need to cut our losses. I would like to block them off from all of here, though, basically. Would be a great place to stop, I think. A nice and clean border before we carry on into India. Okay, and it looks like we are going to lose another battle, my friends. So, yeah, we may be cutting our losses rather quickly. So, yeah, we just need to try and get the rest of this. If we leave those two there, that's actually not too bad because that gives us a ability to fabricate a claim again if we want to go that route. But, yeah, things are looking dicey. Our stability isn't good either. We do have some influence. But, yeah, let's see what we want to do with that. I mean, we can afford one divine sacrifice. I think another one will take us, you know, pretty close to not losing any stability. So, yeah, we'll save up for that and go for that then. Well then, guys, I think we're going to cut our losses now. I mean, we've made gains. It's not really losses. But, yeah, the food situation is just meaning that we do not have the supplies to fight India properly. And hopefully after the next war with Parthia, we can, you know, combine our lands here so we don't need to walk all the way around this way all the time. I would also like to try and reduce their front over this way, but yeah, remember, it's a lot of land in Parthia. And honestly, these Imperial Ban Wars, I know a lot of you saying just do it, it's quicker, but it's honestly just so annoying at this, at this stage of the game. Like, you know, with this many troops, oh my god. Okay, that's interesting. I did not see that one coming. Well, I guess we'll have to take that out next time. Okay. And in terms of the peace deal, we're going to get them to release some nations. Now, they'll probably just take it back really quickly, but yeah, it's better than having to try and fight them all the time. Oh man, this food situation is just not going to go away. We are very much struggling for food. Pretty much anywhere we put our armies, we just cannot sustain them. As you can see, it's not great, especially in the desert. Like, our armies are so big now. Like, these guys that have been chilling behind the lines are okay, but everyone else out here, they're just decimating the food that's in these regions. Oh, they have 100 food, so you go there. There was food up here, but we've kind of eaten quite a bit of it. I wonder whether you can start grabbing some of that. And yeah, we're not yet set up. The problem is, by the time we do set up with our armies, half the food will be eaten, and they'll be starving again, some of these other units. So, yeah, it's a bit of a problem right now, you could say. I'm also going to put taxes down to low to try and keep some of these unruly people happy. We're not getting many unruly people now just because of our tech and everything. So, yeah, don't worry about that too much. But, yeah, we've got so much money in the bank, and we've really not got much to spend it on. We're pretty much done with all of this sort of building stuff. And yeah, we're using our influence to try and get our stability up a little bit, because as you can see in Parthia, we destroyed pretty much all the temples last time that we fought them, so we don't really have a way of getting our stability up without fighting India again. Right then, guys, honestly, I think we just need to go. Like, otherwise, our troops are just going to be starving forever. So, yeah, let's get into Parthia. We aren't going to do an Imperial challenge on Parthia just because the borders are just horrendous. Like, it's too much with the borders like this spread out. We would lose a lot of land. So, yeah, we're just going to go for take Utia and just see how much land we can take. We do have the backdoor entrance available to us this time, though, from this side. Very nice. And, guys, before we carry on, I did, of course, want to address the elephant in the room. I have been away for a very long time. I'm very sorry about that. A lot going on in my life at the moment, but hopefully, I'm now in a better place where I can start doing regular uploads again. Now, when I say regular, probably not as much as previously I was doing, but, you know, one RAS video a week, one Imperator Rome video a week at the start, and then we'll see how we go from there. Obviously, EU5 is coming out very soon as well, so that is something that I want to definitely look at. It looks pretty complicated, to be honest, so when that does come out, we're going to see whether I can play it, because obviously I haven't been around, so Paradox hasn't, you know, let me play that in early release or anything like that. So I'll be on a discovery journey just the same as you guys when that game comes out. But yeah, returning to the A to Z series, all that sort of thing. Now, at this point, I just honestly want to get this series done so that I can revert back to the brand new version of Invictus, because I haven't played that yet, and I've heard there's some nice new improvements there, and there's plenty more mission trees. So we might be revisiting some letters that we've not done in Imperator, that we've already done, if there are some new mission trees. But let me know in the comments if there are any new ones for A, B, and C. That would be great. But anyway, guys, yeah, I am very sorry about that, but glad to be back, and hopefully you do enjoy this content that comes out. We'll see. This is, you know, this is exhausting playing at end stage Imperator Rome with this. I don't know whether I'll do a world conquest again, but we'll see. It's you know, it's like one of them when you're in like late game EU4, and it takes you about an hour to do 10 years of in-game time, whereas it takes an hour to do like 30 years in the early game. But just because of the amount of troop movements, the amount of enemies, all that sort of thing, and how slow it runs as well. But we are, of course, trying to micro as much as possible, but I will be putting the troops on a little bit of auto-manage if they can manage it themselves. And there goes the Legio Baetica, which I believe is one of the sort of new legions, or Baetica, shall I say. One of the newer legions. They are sieging down the Parthian capital. Very nice. Right at the start of the war. The first siege, I believe. Okay, no, the north. The north's falling, but it's the north. No one really cares about that. So yeah, we are losing a little bit in the north, but honestly, it really doesn't matter, guys. That's not our war goal in the north at all. So yeah, we're fine. I don't mind losing in the north. I just want to make this front a bit smaller, because it literally goes from the Persian Gulf all the way past the Caspian Sea to, like, where is this in real life? I mean, it's part of Russia, right? So yeah, through all of the Central Asian countries into Russia. Like, it's such a big front. It's ridiculous. I just want to make it smaller so it's easier to manage in the next wars. And honestly, in the south, the only troops we've seen are this 11.4k stack. So Yeah, and like a couple of stacks over here. So we're really like sort of taking the brunt of them in the north, it seems like. Look at the amount of troops they've got up here for this land that is honestly not very valuable. I mean, they are finally bringing some troops down south, but I think it's a little too little too late, shall we say, for them. Honestly, I kind of want to open up another front with India too, because, you know, the food debacle last time, the food disaster, shall we say, was not the best thing in the world. And honestly, these regions up here are not too bad for that sort of thing. I think the main issue is the fact that we're marching into land that basically they have stripped of food with their huge armies as well. So, and they're marching into land that's been stripped of food by our armies. So, yeah, it's just a bit of chaos, really, when it comes to that sort of thing. Ah, we are over here. Let's desecrate this holy site. I did manage to find a rogue holy site that we can desecrate, and there's a couple more over here. I don't know whether Parthia owns any. Oh, they own Dewan as well. So, yeah, we want to get that stability back up slightly. And now we are pretty much getting all the way into Bactria as well. There's Oxiana up here. So, yeah. We have marched a long way from Italy, my friends. And it's funny, isn't it? There's no legions in the rest of the empire because everyone's just so happy with our rule. Of course, classic Roman rule. No one ever rebelled against them, did they? So we are now struggling a little bit against their hordes of armies, mainly because our armies have to be so spread out to do anything. I've got all these guys on defend the borders up here as well. And we've got you desecrating a temple. Let's desecrate one more. Now, we do have land that I do want, which is this and this pretty much, but I would like to come all the way up to there. Whether that's possible, though, or not, I have no idea. And they just had a rebellion, I believe, in the middle of their lands. Okay, no, it's not a rebellion. It must have... Was it there? I didn't even notice it, I'm not gonna lie. So, guys, it's getting a bit messy. So, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take this land here. We're also going to release this nation in the north and basically just conquer them separately. Honestly, I think that's the way to go now, is, like, to attack these guys and then release nations from them once we've taken the land that we want. Obviously, with India, we'll probably do imperial ban again, but with Parthia, I think we're just going to release nations from them if we can, because, yeah, that's just going to be very, very helpful in the long run. Honestly, if we could get that, though... Okay, yeah, we'll do that, because then we can march through this way a bit better, and then I'll release something else. Well, we can release these two tiny nations. I mean, it's not much, but we do get that as well, so that we can actually march through these lands properly. So let's go for that. And our ruler is now of age, 16 years old, 6 martial, 8 finesse, 3 zeal, and 5 charisma. Not the best ruler ever, Septimus IV, but pretty good nonetheless. Let's find him a worthy match. Honestly, I really don't care about this. Just anyone. Splendid. Well, our truce ends with India in 957, guys. So, fortunately, we're going to have to destroy the countryside by bringing all our legions forward once again. Now, we're going to focus a little bit in the north, actually, this time. Now, this is not the best or worst idea. It's kind of in the middle, because there isn't any food up there at the moment. But what we can kind of do is station legions sort of in the background, ready to go up when they can. What I've also done as well is hire 2 mercenary companies over this way to deal with these boys. And what I will do is do that. We've got about, what, 4 months to go until the truce is over. So we need to make sure that we do take that back 100%. And then, yeah, we'll be ready to go. I think we'll do the same Casus Belli, and hopefully this time we don't all starve to death. Well, there goes the truce, and I think, honestly, we just need to get going. We're going to go an Imperial Challenge once again, and, yeah, this is just going to be chaos. So, what I am going to do, I'm going to front the front line with, like, 120,000 troops. We're going to try and get all the way to there, basically to block off the river, and then hopefully snaffle up a load of this food in these regions here, although, as you can see, there's not a huge amount of food there anyway. So, yeah, it's It's going to be an interesting one, guys. Let's go for it again. I think, honestly, the key thing with this is just constantly to keep moving. Hopefully they can't, like, get any sort of levies from over here, but we will find that out very soon. If they do, what I'll do is I'll get another mercenary company and stick them on, like, defend borders or something like that. So yeah, we do need to take that back. It is a bit of a stain on our name, isn't it? Hey, they did actually get 2k levies here, so hopefully we can stack wipe them. So yeah, I think the key thing is just to keep moving through these provinces as quick as we can. Take the food before they can. As you can see, this one's got low food, so I am assuming they have been marching through these lands. As you can see, they're all on negative now. So yeah, they are definitely marching into these lands. It's just whether we can get some nice choke points first. Oh, I didn't realize that we actually boarded them there as well. So let's send one legion down that way. I don't believe they can go through Zhangzhung. I don't believe these guys are in anything to do with them. No, that's good. That is good. They might get access through them, but hopefully not. Well, the first engagement of the war was 6.5k versus our 50k. Obviously, we splattered them. But yeah, that is a sign of things to come, I think. I'm also hoping that they don't drop off any more troops in our lands. That is quite annoying if they do that. So we have made it to this crossing over here. That is a choke point for them coming through this way. Sura would be better, but honestly, we need backup from some of our boys first. So yeah, let's get you on that fort, and then the other guy can start occupying this land. And then these boys are just going to move up through the hills nice and slowly. We're going to take it nice and slowly this time. Not too crazy. And yeah, just be careful, I think, in terms of the supply lines, all that sort of thing. Ooh, and I didn't even realize this was a temple that we can desecrate. Very nice indeed. I believe it's, was it one of our temples? No, it was Agamic, not Hellenic. That's at least one good thing. I was a bit worried then because it's, you know, got, of course, Portus Macedonum, as its name now that we've occupied it. We're not actually seeing anyone come through this gap here now, so I think we can march all the way over there, and then hopefully if we put all of these guys on carpet siege, they should be able to clean up this area. No problem. Oh dear, well, there's 110,000 troops coming in to a battle, and another 145,000 over there. We just had a load of cities be done. Right, well, what I think we do is we assemble the Avengers, my friends. And where are you going? That's not a good place to retreat, guys. So, yeah, and probably just try and defend these mountain passes. I mean, I'm not bothered about this land up here too much. I just kind of want to get into India a bit more, so we've got a nice front that we can fight them on. It's very similar to Parthia, isn't it? Let's be honest. Well, these guys in the background are doing a great job of cleaning everything up. So yeah, maybe it's time to spread out slightly so we're not losing so much of our troops due to attrition. Well, here we go, guys. Big battle. I mean, there's 200,000 troops there, isn't there? Honestly, we just need to fight like a sort of defensive retreat, a flexible retreat, shall we say, like over in the north. And then, because they're just going to attrition themselves to death, although at this point, manpower just isn't a thing. We've got 3 million manpower, so I'm assuming, you know, they have similar numbers of manpower. They've only got 20,000 pops, so maybe not. But I would prefer to, you know, spread out a little bit, get a bit of this more valuable land over here. Well, it turns out they're just coming across this way, guys. So we are going to spread out back this way, try and block that off as well. Basically block off both of these areas, clean up this area, and then we're probably going to dip out of this war again so we can get back into Parthia. It looks like they have got access through Zhangzhung up here too, which, yeah, is pretty annoying. And this battle, of course, is still going on in the north. We are going to lose it, but honestly, I'm happy to fight that one out. Basically, just to hold them up for a little while we try and mop up down here. Well, there we go. The big battle is done. Unfortunately, we lost, but yeah, we're going to make a lot of territorial gains in this fight. Here comes 87k troops, though. We basically, I just want to clean this little area up, and then we're going to go, So, yeah, please, 87k troops, don't come and smash us. Okay, well, apparently they're not going to smash us. We're absolutely smashing them. So, yeah, that is this area now cleaned up. They are starting to push back down this way. So, yeah. Oh, we have a rebellion as well. Where is that rebellion? Oh, no. How have these guys got this land back? Oh, let me check everywhere else. Ah, the rebellion's here. That's not going to be difficult to deal with. Well, there we go, guys. We're just going to get them to release a few little nations. We've come into India a little bit more. So, yeah, it's getting tougher and tougher. I think, honestly, next time we'll not do the Imperial war goal. We'll do something else. But once we've dealt with Atara, we are going to get back into Parthia. Well, there goes the rebellion, my friends. Well, here we go, guys. Once more unto the breach, dear friends. Let's get going. And honestly, I think what we're going to do in the north is just put all these guys on defend borders. And then down here, should we just go for it? Let's just go independent operations for all of these boys and let's see what they do. Well, I've got to say, this war is going a lot smoother because, yeah, these guys blocking them off from coming this way is really, really good. Well, there we go, guys. A bit of chaos, but it was all right in the end. One last thing to do before we stop this war, desecrate that holy site, and then we kind of got to decide what we got to do. Honestly, though, we are just occupying down here. We've not managed to occupy all the way up this way, so yeah, I think we're just going to come through up to here, basically. Well then, guys, this is what we are going to do. We are very much whittling down Parthia, very, very much, aren't we? We're nearly out of money now, though, so I will put taxes back up after this war. It's been a costly few years. I mean, what did we have, 20,000 in the bank or something like that at one point? So, yeah. But I think we've pretty much taken most of the Persia region here. Let's have a look once it completes. Well, it is actually split into sub-regions. So, yeah, we've taken Parthia, Ariana. Now, I believe that's all of those. Unless we don't have some of this land. I mean, I don't know whether that's in Ariana or not. Maybe Bactria. Not exactly sure. But yeah, we are kind of thick now in this region. Very nice indeed. And Parthia is a lot smaller. It went all the way across to there at the start of today's video. So yeah, very nice indeed. Man, our taxes are ridiculous. If we just go to default taxation, our balance is 600 a month, so we don't need to do it for too many months before we can put it back down again. Very cool. So let's gather a few of the troops. We'll bring them back down to the south, and then let's gather these guys in the north, and let's bring them across this way out of the lands. And we are good. We'll probably get rid of these mercenaries now too. And one last thing we are going to do, guys, is we are going to build up our navy. So hopefully we can defeat the Indian Navy. And what I'm thinking is if we drop some troops off in the south of India and basically farm some war score that way, most of their troops will be from the north up here. They are Tamil as their main culture. Let's have a look at the cultures. Oh, actually, yeah, they'll be getting a lot of levies from down south, but they were getting loads of levies from the north too. So, yeah, it's a bit of a bait and switch, really. But, yeah, we might want to do that. We'll see. Maybe we can blockade this strait as well, so they won't be able to cross it. So that is one thing we are going to do. Well then, guys, that is now building. Very nice indeed. I've started fabricating claims on India, Tayen, and we need to fabricate one back onto Parthia as well. Next time with Parthia, though, depending on the borders, we'll probably do Imperial Challenge. I think we're at the point now where if we don't take Tayen, we'll just keep that claim in the bag. We can basically go through these ways, and, you know, there's a big bottlenecks there. We should be able to do it, but let's see. First things first, though, guys, let's have a look at what else we've been doing. We have still been building cities. As you can see, I've built a few over in this region, mainly just to build up food in these regions and allow our guys to stand on cities so they're not taking as much to attrition, which is a lot better over there. We've got all these guys. Oh, I will sort them out as well at some point. But let's have a look at our culture. As you can see, we have been spreading our culture, especially in the northeast here, very nicely. This area was all pretty much Macedonian too, so we have cleaned up that area. There are some areas that are very much stubborn, and it's normally these sort of rural regions, as you can see, especially down here in Arabia. But yeah, we will be converting very slowly. I don't know how this area is Roman, but one thing that I did notice that is kind of funny, yeah, we've got a bit of Parthian in Latium now. I wonder why that is, guys. I don't know why it says Parthian is the main culture. Oh, it must be in this region, yeah, because there's a load of slaves in there. Oh my god, 46 in there. 13 Parthian slaves in Tibur over there. Okay, fine. And then Hellenic, as you can see, spreading very, very nicely now. Obviously, this land that we've just taken, it's not spread quite as well, but if we press on an actual Hellenic province, as you can see, it is spreading rather quickly through all these lands, and we have only taken them a very short time ago. I think it's only been, what, 30 years of in-game time in this episode, guys. So, yeah, I hope you did enjoy. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I know it's been a while, and I am very sorry about that, but welcome back, and hopefully you have enjoyed this video. So make sure you do like and subscribe, and I will see you all again on the next video.